So I'm down to hang out for a little bit longer if anybody else wants to. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but if anybody else wants to come in and we had some people request to speak during the show, but we knew we only had Dis for a little bit of time with the sun, so we wanted to get all that in. But if anybody else wants to speak, ask some questions, I'm happy to bring people in like we usually do. We try to bring people in one at a time. Raise your hand.
We'll talk. I can, while we're doing this.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Requesting next week, Dose will be here.
Yeah, we got Evil Dose next week.
The week after that will be MJ.
Yeah.
And then the week after that will be open season.
Yeah, that'll be one of our open shows. We just kind of let people come in. All right, here we go. We got some people that want to come in and speak. Oh, what's up, D? I'll hit D in. We'll start with Denisha. How you doing, Denisha? You're on mute if you're trying to speak, D. Oh, we got some.
All right, guys.
How you doing?
Hey. I just got in here. I was like, okay. This has got going on.
Oh yeah, he went pretty quick. That was he had a lot to say. We got lucky with the timing where we were the first people to have him on after the whole Ron Simmons situation. That was good. No.
Max
my bad, Ron Kelly. Sorry. I got a lot going on. I'm trying to let people in here, George. My bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
That's all right. I will.
I love the 20-time wrestling.
Yeah. We've had 3 of them on so far and all have been very successful shows. So that's great.
You need Marvin. That's the next top man you need.
Hey, George is the booker. I just run I run the plays. Yeah. I let George do the booking. So
George, get on it. Book it.
George is a nonstop machine with those. You guys don't realize, like, he's the one who handles all of our booking, all of our guests, and we've got some other ones coming in for recorded shows too. And I try to run the technical side with getting the videos posted, getting the stuff out. I'm glad Dis said something about the podcast feed because that's literally the other thing I'm working on behind the scenes is to get us on RSS. Yeah, we're trying. Looks like somebody. Looks like we have a new person joining. It looks like Michael Pritchett. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy? You want to speak? By all means, come on in, buddy. You're on mute if you're trying to speak, my friend.
No.
Yeah, well, Jake.
There we go.
George, it's Mike Sauce.
I was wondering if that was you. I saw you earlier and I'm like, is that Mike Sauce over here? All right, Mike Sauce. All right, you're getting a follow now. I'm afraid to follow different people because I end up getting randomly with the, there's a few people in that thigh rub mafia that don't like me. So I've had some random friend requests from accounts. I'm like, who is this? I thought what's going on, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing alright, just watching TNA against all odds.
Nice. Boom.
I've seen that. It's really good.
Hey man, TNA, you gotta give credit for TNA that's kind of like what Dis was saying before about what AEW is doing wrong, where they're focused on only trying to be competitive. Like if they just focus on their own thing. TNA works on their own house. They put on their own shows, which there's a lot of great wrestling on it, but there's some weird indie fun stuff too, but they do well. So I'm all respect them. I wanted to go to the show. They were in Tempe, Arizona on Friday, but between trying to go to Raw and figured some other stuff out, I couldn't make it out there of it, but I hope they come back here soon. I will definitely go again. And I shout out to Joe
it's
Hendry.
A pretty good show. I like it so far.
Nice. Good. Hey man, I haven't seen that show yet. I've seen some highlights of it. I haven't seen the show yet, but I've got, access to TNA Plus. So I will try to watch it as soon as I can, but what I will do is I will post literally once we're done with this, I'm going to post the part with Dis right away to the YouTube page. And then I'll post the other videos as well. Cause try to get as many people to subscribe to us and watch there as possible. But
Mike, what's your favorite thing to watch now? What's your favorite gig? What do you like the best?
TNA is pretty good. I mean, besides WWE, TNA.
And why?
It's its own thing, you know. It's
right.
Not like WWE. It's a mix between WWE and AEW without the bullshit. The AEW.
But with a good filter. It seems like they know what they're doing with it, yeah. And not every time I tune into TNA, but a lot of times when I tune into TNA, I see the old sign guy that used to be at the WWE shows, Rick, with the, what does he wear, like the blue work shirt and the red and the backwards hat. So it's good to see him back on some sort of wrestling television. For me too, like as And I'm really enjoying the TNA TNA NXT partnership. That seems to be a lot of fun with
Yeah,
bringing
that's
people
been
over.
really good.
Yeah, and you get to see guys like for me, it was like, it's one of those things that it really it made me feel really good to watch Mike Santana have that moment on WWE television, because you could tell he really wanted to. It was something that he was really happy about and excited to do. So that was cool. I was really, really happy.
They even had the "We Want Truth" chant on here.
I feel like that's one of those things too where I feel like that also kind of proves what Dis was saying earlier, that Triple H knew what he was doing. Like, whatever happened with Truth, whether it was a complete work or a partial work or whatever, Triple H knew, like, let the fans be a part of it. Just like with Cody, when there was the "We Want Cody" signs at the first Raw after Rock came out on, SmackDown and said he was going to take Cody's position. So I feel like that was one of those things where it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, at least to me. Does anybody else want to speak? Is there anybody else who wants to come in? I see we got some people we've got a few people in the house. If anybody else wants to come in and speak, we're happy to chat about whatever.
Oh, since nobody's talking right now.
What's up? Yeah, by all means, George.
I'll speak on something real quick. So Jake knows that I was not at all planning on watching the AAA show yesterday.
That's true.
It wasn't a thing. When we reviewed it, I kind of didn't know what was going on, so I was like, no way. Ended up, I watched the show, beginning to end. I enjoyed it. I know it's not, the second coming of Christ or anything, but I enjoyed it. It did what it had to do. I am now interested in seeing it again, which is the whole idea behind the thing, I'm assuming. Probably, huh?
Seemed to be.
And like, I dug the characters. I know Mr. Iguana. I'm all about it.
I was just going to say, it might not have been the second coming of Christ, but it was the first coming of Mr. Iguana, and that seemed to be well.
I can't believe that I actually sat and watched the whole thing, because I was not planning on doing that at all. And I enjoyed it. Good times.
That's the thing. I feel like they plotted it out well, and they paced it well, where it wasn't just, I mean, yeah, when you do watch some of the Lucha Libre shows or some of the shows where it's just a bunch of run-ins and a bunch of crazy stuff, like they had the 6-man matches where they could have the crazy and insane matches with a lot of crazy spots, but they also were able to mix it in, and it worked well, and they had the right audience for it too. That crowd knew what they were getting in for, and there was a portion of the crowd that definitely were AAA fans that either were from Mexico or have Mexican heritage, and they knew what was going on, and that was awesome. But then you could see the WWE fans who maybe weren't, or the NXT fans getting more into it. Overall, I don't see any way they don't think it was just a wild success for what that show was, especially with the views. I mean, no matter what math Dave tries to tell you, there was, from what I saw, at least 400,000 watching in both languages at different times, if not more, from, that's just YouTube alone live, let alone what people watched afterwards, because not everybody could watch it live.
The world's collide on the US market right now on YouTube is at 2.7 million views.
Jesus. All right then.
2.7 million views on YouTube in the US market.
And that's just, and
that's just the US. I ain't looking Spanish.
I mean, that's a massive success. And apparently Mr. Iguana's, merch numbers are just through the roof as well. Was Denise Salcedo had a video, or had posted a picture of what the truck outside the arena, the merch truck, what it had, and all they had left were shirts in size small, cause wrestling fans, most of us can't squeeze into a small. Speaking as somebody who wears XL shirts, I'm fine. But yeah, no, I
wear XL. Don't knock yourself, Jake. I wear an XL shirt and I'm 206.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I weigh 215, it's all right. But I just know that they sold very well. They did very well with everything of it. I'm excited to see what they do next, because I feel like this was one of those, not so much a pilot, but a proof of concept, and they're set up well. Whether they do, I'm sure they'll do something else on YouTube soon, but this wouldn't surprise. I know people are talking about AAA possibly getting some sort of US TV deal. I mean,
keep it.
What was that?
I would keep it where it is, dude. Keep it on YouTube once or twice a month. Damn it, that's fucking gold.
Yeah, I mean, with how many different people they can feature with it, I think a once a month or every 6 week show on YouTube would be smart, especially too if they're doing it, it's more of a partnership with NXT. show highlights on NXT. You can show highlights on SmackDown because you got 3 hours to fill. So that would work. Yeah. Now it's just
Dude, it was so easy to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, you just turn on your TV and it's right there.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
God, dang, that's perfect.
I mean, YouTube, like no matter what people try to say and compare things of it, like YouTube is the #1 streamer on the planet for a reason. Everybody's got it. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to find. Like it wasn't difficult. And for them to lead it right into their Money in the Bank show as well. I mean, it definitely worked in that aspect of it, but on its own, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't continue to do these. Even do them from Mexico.
It just makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah. I don't see any way this wasn't more of a success than they were expecting too. I mean, from what I've seen, I wasn't really sure, especially too, because a lot of WWE fans, especially the people that are very anti AEW, would be trying not to enjoy that type of wrestling, but it was presented well. It was fun. Most, if not all of the feedback that I've seen online has been nothing but positive. So yeah, no, I'm excited to see what they do with it from there too. Like I feel like they've got future plans, and I'm excited to see what they unveil. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced something for July for another show for them, or maybe August, but probably within the next 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, no, that was a good show though. I very much enjoyed it. And we've got you watching NXT more too. You watched the last couple NXTs. I mean, we're expanding those horizons.
We haven't got to a full episode of NXT yet.
Hey, that's more than we had. When we were first starting this show, I'd bring up people and you're like, who? What? Where? That's why I only try to tell you the people I liked.
Yeah. Worlds Collide Spanish, 1.6 million.
And you said the other was 2.7?
1.6 million in Spanish and 2.7 million in English.
Good.
Not bad.
God. So that's like 4.3?
That's pretty good numbers.
That's amazing.
They weren't expecting that. I don't think they were expecting that.
No. And I mean, it was a great showing for everybody on the car. And that's, like I said, another reason why I think Dominic got involved in that, so he could be part of that. And then they got to move that match to have that match at Money in the Bank. And I mean, the NXT match, Javon Evans had a great showing for himself. Ethan Page looked great. I thought
Javon Evans is a nut, dude.
He's legit
crazy.
Yeah. No, when I remember when I first saw him and they were like, he's bouncy. I'm like, that's kind of a goofy. And then you see him like, oh no, that kid's like spring loaded. Like there's something with his legs that just, he's awesome. He's great.
He's put on some weight.
Yes, you can see he's trying.
Can't tell he's put on some weight.
He's trying.
He can,
but he's only like
20, 30 more pounds and he's going to be beast.
But I mean, we were talking about it earlier too, about people going, like about their size and stuff, and how, he's either 19 or 20. Like he's got a lot of growing.
He just turned 20.
Yeah. All right. So he's growing into himself. Like, I mean, his metabolism's probably out of control. But the fact that I just like to see how comfortable he is on the microphone, how charismatic he is. Like you can see why there's a lot of investment in him. And, if he stays in NXT for, 2 or 3 more years as he gets more size to them, so that when he goes to the main roster, he can shine. But he's, you can see why Shawn Michaels is all in on that kid. It's awesome to see. I think that kid's great. And it was even cool to see him out there at the end when everybody was celebrating Vikingo's win.
Celebrating. I was surprised. I was really surprised by that because they were all Mexican wrestlers, and then there was him. That was nice of them to do that because they had to ask him to do it because he wouldn't go out by himself.
Right. I feel like that's also part of just how charismatic he is. I feel like when he's in the back, he's just one of those people that just like everybody likes. He just seems like he's got that vibe to him that just like, yeah, this kid's awesome. Like, I love this guy. Like, it's great. I think it's been fun to watch.
You'd have to, because like I said, you're in a foreign dressing room basically.
Yeah.
They're all Mexican. They're all Lucha Libre wrestlers. They had to ask him to come out. So in order for them to ask him to come out, he had to make an impression on those guys. Yeah,
no, for sure. I was very impressed with him and just with the whole show in general. I just thought the whole thing and the way it was done was very, very enjoyable. But looks like we have somebody else that wants to speak here. All right, we got a JMG Gillis. I'm not sure who this is. See, I love it. Bringing new people. What's going on, my friend? Do you have something you want to ask us? Something you want to say? You're on mute if you're trying to speak. I don't know why. I think I'm pretty sure the system automatically mutes people when they come in.
Yeah, you do. There you go.
What's up, buddy?
Go ahead, caller.
I can hear some background. Well, if he tries to, jump in. If not, it happens. If you want to speak though, JMG, we're here. We're ready for you. If anybody else wants to come in as well, I see some people that we know in the chat. If they want to come in, by all means, speak up. We're happy to bring them in.
I'll recap the schedule one last time here. Obviously this week was Dis. Next week is Evil Dose.
Dis and Dose. I like it.
Dis and Dose, and MJ is on the 22nd.
Yeah. Oh. You're kind of choppy there, bud. Sounded like a bad Wendy's drive-thru, my friend. No, and I just posted the clip actually of MJ when he was on with us on our last free-for-all show. When he jumped in towards the end to kind of post that, kind of showing as more of a preview for for when he comes on in 2 weeks. Oh, we got Rabid Wolverines, LC Killer. What's up, buddy? There's people. And like you said, I see a lot of people's names in the chat that I know either we interact with or have seen before. This is awesome. I want to keep growing with this space. This is fun. Rabid, what's up? You're on mute, my friend.
Oh, hello?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up? Yeah, it took me a little while how to use spaces. I really don't know how to.
It's all good. Hey, we're all learning and figuring out as we go. It's fine. That's the fun of it. There's no judgment. There's no shaming here. We're all learning as we go. It's part of the process.
Okay. I just want to ask, I want to tell you and everybody, I pretty much end up watching the Worlds Collide about twice already.
Nice.
And I still have fun with them.
That's awesome. No, that's great. I know, what was your favorite part about it? Was there something more of the crossover parts of it? What was your favorite part, I guess, or your favorite match?
I have two favorites. One, I think one of them was I think everybody agreed with this, is the Mr. Iguana match.
I don't think anybody's got more over yesterday than that guy. That's great.
The second part I like personally was the main event of Jack Gable and
Vikingo.
Yeah. Vikingo, yeah, I cannot.
I think what's great about that is they showed how good Vikingo can be. Cause I know when we've seen him in AEW, and I haven't watched much of his stuff in TNA, but would see some of his stuff in AEW, and you just felt like you could just get him not so much controlled, but just less chaotic. It would be great. And sure enough, he had an amazing match with Gable. I enjoyed it. I'm glad you watched it twice and enjoyed it as well. Oh shit. We got Pro Wrestling Counselor in the house. Asking to speak. I've put you in as a speaker, Counselor, if you want to come in. Already you drop out. All good, buddy. I feel like sometimes people want to speak here and they hit the wrong button. No, Rabbit, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I feel like, again, that's the entire idea. Did you watch a lot of AAA before or just NXT?
Was more, how I say this, I was younger, I grew up watching TNA, WWE, and AAA in the same time.
Okay. That's awesome. So
and when they do, then we went up to now, I said to myself, WWE working with TNA and now AAA, I said to myself, I'm living the dream right now.
Yeah, no, right. They really set everybody up to, and then having Conan on commentary was great, I thought too. It had that tie-in, especially for any of us that are a little bit older on certain levels. Hearing Conan was I thought it was great. And I thought Graves did well as well as the lead. What's up, Counselor? I've got you in as a speaker now. What's going on? Thanks, Rabbit. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.